DJ, make it do what it do.
After everything is settled down.
Well, it's funny. I actually started out volunteering one night at the Literary Cafe and Poetry Lounge in Miami. What happened was the original house DJ, his name was The Youngster. He's actually a well-renowned poet as well. He was DJing at the venue, and he got accepted to a university in South Carolina. And since I was a regular there at the cafe, I just volunteered one night, and the rest is history.
To tight, someone like the way my hands put on your thighs tonight. Oh, you wanna turn a thing around?
Well, the name actually came to me. It was given to me by HBO deaf poet Will the Real One. What happened was that entire night when I started DJing at the cafe, we were having like a little bit. I was having a little bit of issues as far as like coming up with a name, being a little bit original, and we asked the audience to like have some type of like crowd participation to coming up with names and things of that nature. So about a few days later or whatever, I get a random email. He was like, "What about DJ Make It Do What It Do?" I'm like, I started laughing at first because I didn't know whether or not if people would like actually take that name serious. I was like, oh, what the heck, might as well go with it, and it's been with me ever since. In total, it's been 4 years already. I mean, I've been pretty much a music connoisseur for like pretty much all my life, but as far as like being sought out DJ and playing neo soul music and hip hop music and things of that nature has been going on 4 years already. But I've always been. It's not like I just got into it. You could pretty much have been DJing all my life, but as far as being out there, it's been 4 years for the most part. Wow. Wow, you really put me on the spot. As far as like the biggest gig I had, I wanted to say Soul Session was definitely one of the top events I've done. And it's only because like I've listened to I listened to Carol Riddick, Jesse, and Eric, and I've always been a big fan of their music. I mean, set apart from like DJing at a lot of major poetry events where I'm, shaking hands and networking with some of the top spoken word artists, like I can't really say like there's been a defined moment or a top moment in my life because I consider every night that I DJ a top moment because not that many people can actually do what I'm doing for the most part and, being thankful where they're at or whatever. So I can't really, sum it up into like one or two events because for the past 4 years I've been pretty much consistent at it and I don't have like one dull moment. Even if it's a slow night or one of the best nights, it's always been a good night for me. So it's kind of hard to decipher what would be a top moment for me.
Can we at least try to take things further?
Right now, I'm actually listening to Eric Roberson's this album, of course, Music Fan First. Jesse Boykins, the Beauty created. I actually listen to a lot of spoken word CDs also, like Salam AC. He's definitely one of the top notch. I listen to a lot of spoken word CDs. But I can't forget my favorite group right now, Foreign Exchange. Like ever since I got the CD back in like late 2008, I've been pretty much listening to that album like throughout the entire year, and I'm actually gonna return that CD in a minute. So that's pretty much what's playing right now. The new Dwelly CD is pretty good also. What else am I listening to now? Jay Davies' new project as well. And I think that's about it. Well, most of the gigs that I work at, it's not like the whole. Well, I'm actually living in South Florida, so I don't do the whole typical nightclub Miami scene. Most of the scenes that I deal with is like where you met me at the Solar Sessions, where people actually listen to hip hop music and soul music. So you could tell whether it's a hit or miss, whether or not the people bobbing their heads and they're vibing, or some people might be getting up and dancing and whatnot. I don't have a set playlist. What I go with, I pretty much go with my gut feeling. And the moment I play something, and if I know people are vibing to it, I'm going to just stick with my guns and just keep hitting them more with some of the same songs or go completely left field, and hopefully people would vibe off to it. So, I mean, the main point of being a DJ, to be honest with you, is breaking new records. Because, I mean, we could listen to the same songs for the past, year or 2 years or so, but it's all about breaking new records and try to, like, make people come up to you like, hey, what song was I never heard that before? So that's pretty much what I try to do the majority of the time, because there are a lot of people down here that haven't heard half of the artists that I know about, but that's what I try to do 90% of the time wherever I'm at, whether it's a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a club night, it doesn't matter.
Ooh, doing, they seem sort of shallow.
I guess to sum it up in one word, it'll probably be eclectic. I don't try to focus on just one particular type of sound. Like a lot of the DJs nowadays, like if they DJ hip hop music, they'll do the typical stuff that's out in the commercial, like the Jay-Z's. Will be another good one, Young Jeezys and things of that nature. But if you could really step outside the box and play Soul Rock Creative Partners, or play Little Dragon, or play The Loneliest Monk in the middle of your set, or anything like that, that's what I'll consider my DJing style, just being eclectic for the most part, just stepping outside the box and just going against the grain for the most part.
He tells me all his secrets. He thinks nobody knows.
I would have to say soul music, because I don't like to say neo soul, just soul music in general, hip hop, jazz, salsa, and that's pretty much it. 2010, probably just start traveling a lot more. Just get better with my mixes and just keep getting better at what I'm doing. And I know eventually people would start recognizing, I guess my ear for music even more. So just putting in more work. What else? More than likely, I'll probably get into doing more concerts, as far as people with Eric Roberson and people like that of that nature. So we'll see what happens in 2010. But for the most part, just putting in more work and just traveling more, if possible. Peaceful. Art form.
We are star for the sarsaparilla. I'm the Donatelli.
Innovation.
I feel the bass in my chest and give power to songs. Girl,
love.
I'm gone, I can't help it. The studio with Paul be at. Try to...
Addiction.
Mad liberator. Death operator.
Hello, my name is DJ Make It Do What It Do, and I am a music addict.
I feel sometimes it's too hard to sit still. Things are so passionate, times are so real. Sometimes